I've not got the tournament up. I don't know which of them are, but
I can.
would this be Spice getting out of the tiebreak? 3 wins?
I don't believe so, but we're starting. So while I get that information for you, go ahead and talk about the beginning of the race.
I should probably refresh this page, come to think of it. Yeah, maybe I should have.
So it turns out that at this moment, Spice and Pikapals are both 1 and 2. So I think this gets them into the tiebreaker for whoever wins, and the other person is out?
So, Pika getting a very good exit house. That looked like it was sub 25 exit house.
Ooh. Of course, for first order of business, we gotta go over here, we gotta get the sword. Because it turns out that they'll pick up the shield that's on me, but they won't pick up the sword that's right next to you. And Pikapal's going for the damage boost off the Spiny.
So, that damage boost is actually not in my opinion, the quickest way of doing this. I think going from the left is quicker, just because there's the chance of the extra rupee that you get off this urchin.
No, absolutely. Going in from the left is the faster way.
Because none of them getting the rupee off it though, so it makes no difference.
But Pikapal's taking a short lead with the rupees. Spice is getting shafted with his luck. He's not getting any rupees.
He's had decent luck, he's just not been getting the dupes. He's got 8, it's not too bad.
Oh, there he goes, he gets 10!
He's got
Last
10. He's
second.
got 10 and Pika doesn't. There we are. Pika's got 10.
Xander, I think it's because of where the rupee goes, you have a better chance to dupe it if it's up instead of in the little crevice where you come from if you come from the left.
Yeah, you have to sort of go out your way if you have to go left to get the...
Although I'll say this, Spice is not having a good thievery from the shop, whereas Pikapals is just running away at this point. It's just 3 fails in a row for Spice.
Remember,
4 fails in a row.
Pika still has to get the seashell in May Village. He's not got that yet. He's gonna get that now. There we are.
Spiceman, you have to remember how to shop.
I forgot how to shop again. So the way you shop, you pick up an item and you walk out. That's how you shop.
Alright, so now Pikapal is heading over and getting his powder from the trendy game. This loads faster than going over, getting the mushroom, and then taking it to the witch. Because there's really no convenient time to ever, do the stuff for the mushroom.
Well, the mushroom would be good backup strat for someone that forgot to save and quit on the bombs. I will say that. It's quicker than re-farming 10 rupees. But
you got, like, the gold.
Yeah. Since we can farm 10 rupees, save and quit on the bombs, to actually not spend the 10 rupees whilst we get the bombs.
Oh yeah.
Then it's actually then quicker to get the powder through trendy game.
Alright. So, really, what we have to do in this category is we have to get 100% of almost everything. We have to get all of our item upgrades, all of the non-perishable items. So, we're talking your level 2 shield, level 2 sword, boomerang.
Level 2
boomerang doesn't count. Hookshot
Level 2 shield.
Level 2 shield, despite the fact that we really never use it, ever.
Yep, we still have to get.
The 3 upgrades from the Mad Batter, a tunic upgrade, all the photos, and all the heart pieces. Did I get everything?
And we need the boomerang. You said not the boomerang, but we do actually need the boomerang. But that's based on that's based on trade sequence. Boomerang is required in this category.
Alright, so we saw Pikapals going. Oh, Pikapals with the tease. It's not gonna pit walk. The man's too brave for that. So we didn't talk about it on either screen, but what both players did in order to get Terran to turn from Raccoon to a human again was a bomb trigger. They placed a bomb within 4 triggers of placing a bomb previously, and that does magical things. That makes bombs manipulate the world around you, and not just an explosive way. So we use that to...
Okay, he's gonna go around.
Yeah. 2 fails and you're done.
Yeah, we have a rule with that pit walk. If you try once and fail, you have to try again.
That's the amount of time you save if you just go around, I think.
Yeah. But then if you fail it the second time and go around, you kind of lose double that time anyway.
Oh yeah.
I would honestly just keep trying until I got it.
So both our players going around through D1. Really basic dungeon, but it gives you one of the best items in the game. Fantastic utility item known as the Rock's Feather.
The feather doesn't allow us to exploit anything in the game at all.
No, we can already do that itself. So what the feather does is it allows you to jump. Seeing as this is a 2D game, yeah, it's kind of important. We just added a whole new dimension, and with that we added many breaks.
So, it's not just these pits that we can jump over, but we can also jump over things like these blocks in this room, and key blocks, because we use a glitch called super jumping, which is when you're clipped into the wall, and you slash your sword whilst you're in the middle of a jump, the game thinks that you're on a ledge, so it launches you off that ledge, and that's what we call a super jump. So that's what we see on Pikapals when he gets over that key block and what he's doing here.
Oh yeah. So now we're gonna go over and say hi to what's this guy's name?
Rolling Bones.
Rolling Bones. Goodbye, Rolling Bones. We barely knew you.
So yeah, the game doesn't expect you to have the bow right now, and so like even though stealing is in the game developers don't actually expect you to find that you can steal. So
I was a bit scared for Pika there, but he cleans up Moldorm nice.
So mini bosses like Rolling Bones, Hinox, and Lamola take 2 arrows because the game doesn't expect you to have arrows by then, so they're just really easy boss at that point.
What's a Lamola?
Oh yeah, damn, yeah, that's not...
Spice almost taking a fall, good lord.
Almost taking a death, even. If he had touched Moldorm with that last hit, he would have died.
Oh yeah.
A death is way more costly than falling.
So both of our players now get their full moon cello, holding it over their heads like the short violation of it is. And now we're going to be heading up, doing a little bit of cleanup, and then we're going to D2.
See, I found like a euro on the street the other day. When I found it, I held it over my head, because that's what you're meant to do. I learned from this game.
Alright, so first off, we're gonna head to the cave, this place we call Log Cave. I don't know, it's because it's in a log, okay. I was about to say, I didn't know why we called it Log Cave.
I don't know why it's called Log Cave.
I just saw that it's when you walk through a log. So we're gonna pick up our first set of 50 rupees here. We're gonna need 300 by the time we get to the signpost maze later to get the Frog Song of Soul. But more importantly, we're gonna do this neat little super jump, hop over the rocks, and boom, piece of heart. We're gonna need 12 of those over the course of the race.
This basically saves us some time later on because we don't need the bracelet to do the super jump. So we don't have to backtrack here. So this saves us maybe 20 to 30 seconds. So Pikapals is going to go and rescue Bow Wow, but before he does that, he's going to have to speak to the picture guy because... Oh no.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh dear.
That's bad.
This is bad.
Pika, go back. Pika, stop! Stop!
So let me explain what's going to happen if Pika picks up Bow Wow. He won't be able to talk to the picture guy, because the picture guy won't talk to you if you have a follower. So Pika will then have to return Bow Wow before he can get any pictures. And this is going to lose him so much time. This is why you see spicefather talking to the picture guy here before getting Bow Wow.
No!
This is massive. I mean, this kind of mistake loses races.
I feel like this is appropriate now.
Hopefully Pika will realise quite soon and start trying to route halfway through D2 how he's going to get rid of Bow Wow and still get the pictures in time. It loses a lot of time, but you can sort of back up route to still get all the pictures. But
he has to do it before he gets the D3 key, doesn't he?
Yeah, if he gets the D3 key before he returns to Bow Wow, he has basically soft-locked. Because once you get the D3 key, you can no longer get the richer picture, and that's one of the required pictures. So, if he gets that key,
then he's out. He
then he's
cannot
out. Then
complete
he's lost.
the run.
Yeah.
He has to restart.
He would have to
or
reset.
invalidate his run. This is unfortunate.
I've seen this happen so many times to people running Hundo, and it's never something you ever want to see someone do, because being someone that's actually been in that situation before, it's like being ahead of PB pace, and you sort of don't realize why as well.
We'll see if he's aware later, Green Tunic.
Well, yeah, if he's watching or hearing stream chat, then he'll be aware.
Go back, Pika! This is a message from the past! You should have gone back!
Well, right now, his best bet is to just complete D2, and then have to do some backtracking.
Drop off Bow Wow, go back up.
The first... So, there are some pictures in this game which are possible to not be able to collect after a certain point. And one of the ones is the richer picture, which if you have the D3 key, you can no longer get that. Other ones are the Marin pictures. If you return Marin to the Walrus, or Bomb Trigger the Walrus with Marin, you can no longer get the Marin pictures. So... this is a real thing that
casually
you could actually soft lock, yeah,
auto as well, unless you have the magnifying lens. So if you're running like any % no squib and you know the order, but you never actually figure out that there's a Zora in that house, then technically you can miss that. Yeah.
And what's the real shame is that he was actually ahead of spicefather before that as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he was in this race to win.
I'm thinking he's pretty flustered actually, because he didn't do D2 Genie kill that well.
Perhaps he already realized
I think he figured it out.
I think he already knows. So we didn't talk about GD kills, so we're going to see spicefather here. He's going to wall clip into the top left wall whilst picking up the genie's bottle. And what this does is, because the bottle is then wall clipped with you, it loses momentum when it hits the wall. So it technically hits the wall 3 times at the same time and breaks immediately. And then the second part of the quick kill is just quick bomb and bomb arrow, which actually both of them miss in this run. That's quite funny.
Well, Pika has an excuse, Spice doesn't.
Yeah. So what Pika should be doing now is once he's got this warp, which we should explain this, he's going to get this warp so he can use LA. He's going to save and quit as soon as he sees it. But what he needs to be doing right now, he needs to be going to get the first bomb upgrade, but immediately after he needs to be going to return Bow Wow before he does anything else.
So here's something that he could do routing-wise. He could get the upgrade, go down, get the seashell, go further down, drop off Bow Wow, then go around to the warp. Use the warp to go back up, and then go back around.
The problem with the seashell is that it's going to throw off his seashell routing with the mansion. So he has to take that into account. I'm assuming he's not going to dig up the seashell in the graveyard.
Well, he can't get any photos currently, so he'll figure it out soon enough.
Yeah, Pika's figured it out. He's picking up this, and he's probably going to go return battle.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Yeah, he knows.
There ain't gonna be a soft lock today.
So in response to the question we got in chat, if he didn't know, I think he would have to find out the hard way, if I'm going to be honest, because it would be unfair to the other runner if we tell Pika that he's missed something.
Well, this is a point of contention.
Yeah. This is something we've
whether
discussed.
or not we actually tell people when
we've had this issue, particularly with like heart pieces at the end of runs before.
Wait, no!
And,
Pika the Owl's still there! Go the other way!
No, this is rooting on the fly.
Alos, what happened was Pikapals got Bow Wow before he went to the Photoshop.
So that's gonna put him, I want to say like 30 to 45 minutes
Behind.
30 to
wow.
45 seconds behind at this point.
Guys, we're gonna
maybe
need an extension
more.
on our.
Maybe up to a minute.
We're gonna need an extension on our time slot.
If it's that minute.
It's longer.
Yeah, this is bad for this race, but I mean, it's
gonna
not
finish.
It's
gonna
not
be
over.
fine.
The race is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Um,
I think he can recover.
if he
It's gonna
gets
be tough.
if he gets his God run right now, yes, he will recover.
He can recover, but he would need a mistake on Spice's part because Spice is already a very quick runner. So
Yeah, but considering I saw Spice's run earlier, this is likely. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Spice, when you watch this.
Yeah,
Heck, if you can hear me, I'm still calling you out.
Let's just take shots at his runs earlier.
Well, we can't do anything with this one, because this one's actually pretty good.
We need him to mess up something. Maybe he zoomerangs and finds there's a soft zoomerang.
Pikapals is adapting really well on the fly, actually.
Yeah, it's quite difficult, like especially for newer runners. Like I don't think Pika is really a newer runner.
No,
But for newer runners, this would be basically game over for them because it's very difficult to route on the fly the quickest way to do things after you make a mistake like that. Because it's not something you ever plan for. But he has thought about this on the fly, thought about how to fix it, and he has actually fixed it. Albeit he's quite far behind, but
he can catch up. He's got
given his mistake, he's like as close as he could be at this point.
And there's Spice getting Villa skip. We tricked the game into thinking that we're on a solid tile, and actually we've fallen by pausing on the frame that we fall. And that allows us to transition down.
Yeah. We don't think Spice is going to do early rooster skip, so we don't have to mention that.
Thank
But
you.
that would use a similar thing to what we saw with Villa skip.
Alright, Pikapals getting his first of the 2 gifts that he's going to get from the mansion.
He's going to save and quit now, and you might think, well, he's saving quit in the Seashore Mansion. How did he end up at the photo booth? So if you
and it doesn't realize that if it doesn't know how to respond. Rather, the developers didn't know how to code in how you respond to a save and quit in a 2D environment. Do you go back to the 2D environment? That would actually screw a lot of things up. So instead, they just send you back to the last exit before you went into the 2D section.
No, unfortunately, Pika not having the best sort of Villa skips here.
No. Well, he gets it though.
So, did you know we can open the key from this side? By wall clipping backwards into the key block.
No, really what happens is Link's arm flips around the stone.
He's just got a really long arm.
He's Mr. Fantastic. We went over this last commentary.
But the one that was at 4:30 my time.
Yeah, you
and
should have
also
stayed up.
4:30 Aulus's time, but yeah, Aulus is still here.
If Alos can stay up, you can stay up. There's no excuse.
I guess. So Spice using a very quick super jump there.
I hope Spice takes some damage here.
Because he might get some bad sync up with Piece of Power and Acorn. So
There it is.
in our
He's
normal
good.
category, we are often after Piece of Power quite often, but in Hundo, because we save and quit quite often, and save and quit resets our kill counter, the only Piece of Power we ever get is in Dungeon 3. And the Dungeon 3 Piece of Power can sync up quite badly with Acorn. If you get Acorn, you can't actually pick up Piece of Power anymore. And
Spice
Acorn...
shield.
Yeah, nice equip.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
So what Acorn... so the way you get Acorn is you kill 12 enemies without taking damage.
Is it 12? I thought it was 10.
It's 12.
Okay.
With a Piece of Power, you need 30 enemies, but that's not taking damage in between. That's just synth saving, quitting, and entering. Well, actually, it's continuous counting even if you enter a dungeon.
To answer Momomo, this game is... I'd call it one of the most broken Zelda games that we have.
Yeah, there's like...
Because there's so many silly things that you can do with clipping.
We're probably, we're mentioning probably way less than half of all the tech that's being used in here, because there's just so much tech that's being used that's just glitches. And there's like so much minor stuff we're not even able to mention because we don't have the time to mention it all.
Alright, so Spice is possibly confirming that he will do early rooster skip if we remind him at the point. Spear, that's your job.
Yeah, that is up to Spirasta to remind him.
You need to remind him, Spear.
And only then will I explain how that works.
Alright, but anyways, Slima is dead. And now we are off to go pick up another seashell, another few... One piece of heart? Few? How many? Alright, let me stop and think. 3 seashells, 4 seashells, a piece of heart, a honeycomb after torturing a man with bees, and then a date. I believe. And I think
I have to say, Spice is playing quite sloppily today. He's just like bonking off stuff.
I did say he was not doing the best of runs earlier.
He's not doing the best around here.
Spice, stop playing Gungeon and start playing LADX. Yeah, he missed it. Oh. But now we get to see Terran tortured.
See, as a rando runner, it's like it pains me to see him miss that one chest in that cave.
What's wrong? Do you think Magic Rod's in there?
No, it's just something in me. It's like you can't leave any chest. I'm sure you know that feeling.
I don't. I know that feeling when it comes to an entrance.
Well, yeah, you
particularly that one fairy fountain that's over by D6. Alright, so we go over here. We get our 11th seashell from the Seashell Mansion because we get free gifts on 5 and 10. And we pick up another one here, and then we're going to go across the river to go to Animal Village. We're going to be doing some shenanigans over here later. Alright, Terran's suffering on both screens. That's lovely.
So, yeah, with the the Seashell Mansion, like we have a very specific route. Well, each runner has a very specific route. Because they want to get to the Seashell Mansion at 5 and 10 seashells, so they have to be careful not to get a 6th or an 11th seashell before they get there.
Because if you have more than 5 or 10, you have to have exactly 5 and 10, it won't give you anything.
Yep.
Alright, Shedinjask, the chain shop is called Bow Wow, and it's a she, and it eats things. Many things. Tons of things. If you're watching any % No Scoob, it eats cutscenes even. But for now, we're just gonna settle with it eating a bunch of enemies and then taking a picture with it. Meanwhile, Spice is over here, getting his sweet potato flute.
So, while Spice is getting the ocarina, I'm gonna sort of explain like why we actually had to talk to Taran, because you'll see later we can bomb trigger part of the trade sequence to skip a lot of this. We need the pineapple because it's the only thing that'll actually spawn Marin on the beach. And we need Marin on the beach because we need to get Marin to get 3 photos. If it weren't for these 3 photos, we would not need Marin. We would not need to do that period of the trade sequence, and we could have just bomb triggered the walrus.
Alright, Spear, so why don't you get in here and be the third commentator to tell us about all this swag that we're missing? We can't keep track of everything. I apologize. So, what we did miss, though, is Spice went into the pond, let a fish go because he's a kind-hearted person, then he grabbed a bigger fish. The reason why we need that bigger fish is because it has a piece of heart in it. And that completes our set of 4, which allows us to, at the moment we get that, skip the text box and say, "Hey guys, you got a piece of power. You got 4 pieces of heart. The game doesn't even understand what it's doing."
I like that voice you just put on.
You.
I think
no
you should
idea.
continue the commentary in that voice.
No, I adamantly refuse. You can't make me do my Ace Attorney voices here. Anyways, we're gonna go over here and get another seashell.
So, I have to feel like Pika has kind of caught up quite a bit at this point.
He's only like 20 seconds behind.
Maybe more.
No, because he's cutscenes.
He's about a minute behind. But I want to say he's catching up. He's definitely still in this. RNG could really change his race at the end.
Spice going around the front of the nut on the beach. Meanwhile, Pikapals is getting his photos. So taking this nice photo with the Bow Wow that we saved. Shame that he thinks we're food. Oh, so now we're gonna go over here. We're gonna be stalking the old man who's in the phone booth that we will never enter because phone booths are awful. Excellent. Look at that happy face. He's watching you at all times. Meanwhile, Spice's date. It's going pretty well.
Yeah.
And now he picks up Marin from the beach, and now we're gonna go do the second part of cleanup on date night.
I love how he picks up Marin as if it's night.
Well, she's
But you can't equip Marin on like A button, for instance. I don't know why you want to equip on B, because that's where the sword belongs.
No, but if you play your ocarina, that's basically interacting with her.
I guess.
So we get a photo in the well, which once again you're totally expected to find. And you're also expected to find this if you stop and let Marin talk instead of going so fast at all times. She'll tell you, "Hey, we should go down to the beach," which is telling you, "Hey, you should come to this spot and do this photo." I mean, look at Link's face. He's a frog. And now we're gonna go have our date ruined. Because remember how Taran was chased by bees? He dislikes that.
There's something we didn't mention that just happened
Yeah, and
recently.
we're not gonna talk about
No, we're
it.
not going to talk about it.
I'm gonna cut you off right there.
I wasn't
Alright,
going to
so
talk about it.
Pikapals getting what? Oh, that's right. He didn't stop to go. So Pikapals started at a little bit of an odd position. Because he returned Bow Out earlier, his exit spot wasn't at Madame Meow Meow's house.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I remember. So
Well-
he's really gonna want to go into Madame Meow Meow's house now.
Yeah, this is quite a bit of a time loss. Actually, no, he probably wants maybe the library.
Can he get the? No, he already got it.
Actually, no, he can. He can get the save and quit off this. Yeah, he
Oh,
can
so
save
wow.
and quit onto this, so that's fine.
Yeah. And now Spice Bomb triggering Myron to sing.
So we see Spice doing a bomb trigger, and now you might think, well, he's got Marin. What's the point in this? This actually saves a menu because the next cave he's going to enter, he's going to use a bomb trigger to activate the heart piece that's going to be in this cave. Because apparently a heart piece is a cutscene.
Of course it is. Is it Ender figuring out the mystery and telling the chat? Good job, man. And now Spice is gonna go see if there's a text box in the desert. Meanwhile, Pikapals is running over to drop off his date in Animal Village. No, Pika has now basically gotten back on track with everything.
Pika is not missing anything at this point.
Well, he's missing a portion of his soul because he feels bad, probably.
Oh. The amount of
No
time that
text
you
box.
see him behind is actually the amount of time he's behind.
Same rep from these guys, thank God. Now we
For
pick up
now.
the key, bomb that wall while falling, and now we're gonna go get this completely obvious neon lit piece of art. Bam! No, Pikapals gets the bomb trigger for the walrus as well. Very nice. And now we're gonna be heading over to go do D4. The best dungeon in terms of water dungeons, because it's so quick.
Yeah, Dungeon 4. You might have seen Dungeon 4 in our previous tournament last year, and you might have thought, well, we split into two. It's actually really quick if you do it in one go. And in Hundo, we actually need
have to do it in one go.
we have to return the ghost because
I guess
if
it's
we,
better.
we need this photo. So,
That makes me wonder what kind of camera this this mouse is carrying around.
mm,
Is it a camera obscura? Is this actually Fatal Frame or Dread Out?
well, we're gonna see the mouse die later on.
Yeah, but he can't capture his own soul.
Well, no, he takes a picture as he's falling to his death. So, both runners just getting a random key in the desert. You can find this just by walking into that screen.
Yeah, there's no surprises there. Oh, none.
Don't know why they fired arrows, to be honest.
Nah, you have to pay tribute. And hey, look, here's a fish face.
Oh yeah, you have to give gifts, and then the room gives you what you need. So I'm gonna.
What you gonna do?
Actually, no, I'm not gonna explain now. I was gonna explain. Actually, no, I will explain because Spice is gonna use a trick called Jesus jumping soon, and he's gonna use that in two places. He's gonna use that to get to the bridge picture, but he's also gonna then use that in D4 to skip the mini boss. The way you do this is...
We should also point out he's already used it. Because we had to use Jesus Jumps to get to D3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did we explain it then?
Nope.
Okay, so it's a similar sort of setup to Villa Skip. Also, yeah, Spice is also banned. I should just mention that.
No, this is at request.
He didn't get obstacle skip.
No, but he's doing something else.
Yeah, if he gets this, he's unbanned. So yeah, so Jesus Jump is similar to Villa Skip, where you have a frame when you hit the water where you can actually jump out of it. Yeah, he's doing it. He was reminded.
Of course he's doing it. Like 3 people in chat said, "Hey, do early rooster skip."
Oh yay!
Oh,
guess
look,
what? I have the RTMP backup.
Yay! We've got both commentators with eyes now, guys.
I was commenting blind for the last 10 minutes.
You were doing really good based on what I was saying.
I was assuming what they were gonna do within the next 30 seconds.
That is pretty astute. Alright, so Spice is gonna do something stupid here. It's early rooster skip. Basically what you gotta do is
take a while.
You gotta buffer until you, air quotes, fall. Use a combination of boots and shovel to get yourself into a standstill dash. And then you have to jump across. Animal, he makes it first try.
Yep. So that's like at most a 13-second time save. I want to say he definitely saved time over doing rooster skip from that. That's definitely a time save the way he did that.
I don't know, he could have done Zoomerang bufferless.
Oh, imagine if we have Zoomerang.
The real swag strat now, instead of doing just early hookshot, no, you have to do Zoomerang bufferless hookshot. You have not missed the song, Saint. Although Spice missed that jump. But he gets a second time.
Pika not getting butt sword.
Well, that's fine. He has catch up to do.
Well, yeah. Spice didn't get obstacle skips there even.
Spice Otter, you were going to say?
Well, yeah, Spice Otter. We never know what name he wants to use at any one time.
Oh, look, I feel
calling
loved.
us
Thanks,
Matt
Corey.
Gaming. I love how none of my name was in that.
No, you're Curvon Gaming.
Oh my, okay, Space just getting trolled by these...
He's getting massacred by this
He just
room.
got destroyed by these
Jesus.
Helmosaurs. So, in this puzzle, if you step on the wrong block at any point, it resets the puzzle. Wow, that has lost a lot of time. Like, Pika has really caught up from that.
On his heels now because that was just disastrous.
Although we do have to remember, Pika still needs to get the bird key. Spice doesn't. He's already got it.
The enemies did not reset the puzzle. Spice knocked them. The Spice got knocked into the tiles by the enemies. Alright, so here's Anglerfish. Spice missed the dive down. Ah, no, but he gets it anyways. And now he's just gonna bomb her twice. Oh no,
did he just do that for me? Please tell me he did that for me.
No, he would have shot an arrow to the side if he did.
I always feel a sense of pride when I see someone mess up Anglerfish.
You should go back and, like, highlight and download my run then.
Oh, your run that was amazing. That was spectacular.
Yeah, didn't I? You could pick up bombs underwater.
Yeah, like you just knocked it out of the park.
But no, this is enough about me. We're gonna get to everyone's. Oh, the crowd favorite. I am
No,
personally ambivalent.
Can we switch to Pika's audio?
No, don't listen to them.
I'm just gonna talk over this.
them.
So we see Pika picking up the instrument. It's a very good instrument. We see Spice for some reason get the stupid song.
Damn, I can't mute you.
No, you can't. I can speak over this song as much as I want. Although you're probably going to switch to Pika's at some point.
I am literally. Oh wait, yes I can.
But then I'll talk over that as well. So, we don't actually have a video tutorial for this category at the moment because it's a very sort of fluid category at the moment. It's changing all the time. Because a lot of the tech is very new, so we're still sort of rousing it, and we're still finding new stuff. But as Professor says, there's a good written guide, and I sort of feel the kind of tech, the important stuff, the super jumps and the bomb triggers, you might want to look at like the main category tutorial, which I think is up to date on.
I want to say the advice that we're supposed to give for this is use the guide to learn tricks, and then watch the world record run. And
Yeah,
or
the
a run
world
of your
record run is
choosing
good for routing.
to figure out how you would route it.
But
And you can access that kind of stuff on the speedrun page, speedrun.com page, under guides.
I want to say the best person to watch a run of is Crunchy, because if you watch someone like Sagas, you see some of the really stupid stuff that he does that, like, someone just new to the game would absolutely not be capable of doing.
Alright, don't forget, guys, demolitions allow you to break apart bridges and get bras out of them. Turns out that there's a Victoria's Secret hidden under this bridge. Not a troll.
I would not watch Dragons Run, no.
Not Dragon CO.
Not Dragon. He doesn't.
Absolutely not Dragon CO.
Dragon doesn't know the route.
But Dragon.
Dragon doesn't know the route. He makes it up every time he does a race. Which is quite impressive, I must say, but still. Actually, to be honest, like, even one of these guys, like spicefather or Pikapals, their runs have the current up-to-date strats. Spirasta is another one that you should watch.
Really, Spice's PB, Spiraster's PB, all those.
Yeah, they're all competitive without any of the really, really difficult, like, half-second time saves, like the D6 super jump. Oh, that D6 boot super jump is just dumb.
1 concussion. 2 concussions. I didn't see how much Spice got. Meanwhile, Spice is over here getting the fisherman to fish up the corpse of the photo mouse. The mermaid was in fact topless before we gave her bra. If you dive in that screen, she calls you a pervert and then swims away.
So Spice doing probably the hardest trick of the run, which is called early magnifying lens, where he's actually using this Zora to, and he gets it first time. He's using the Zora to get into a position where he can super jump across the water, which allows him to skip needing the hook shot. Now the important thing is this allows him to get the boomerang really early, and we see Pikapals doing exactly the same thing, but with a different setup, because the Zora is in a different spot. And so the importance of this is that with the boomerang, we can do a lot of really broken stuff later on, including getting early hook shot, Pika getting a miss, and then getting trolled by the ghost.
I believe he'll get it this time, though. Meanwhile, the Spice is going to be racing over to the beach, passing by and taking the ghost to his house along the way. No, don't you guys know that, mer people are just fish heads with human bodies? Come on.
Oh, Pika really struggling here.
Yeah, it's not looking quite
There's-
good. Oh!
I mean-
That's the position, man. You got this.
This could be the difference maker.
Oh no, I know what he's doing.
Is he doing the wrong setup?
No, he's... Alright, so when you do that setup from the bottom, you do 5 buffers. The first buffer is looking to the left, then the second one is falling, and there's 3 buffers in the air. He gets it this time. But the first few times, he wasn't, because he was falling the first left buffer.
Do we see Spice getting boomerang? We're gonna see the fruits of that labor a bit later. He's gonna do D6 before we do see that. I don't believe he's gonna do a particular seashell dupe because I think we've agreed not to do
He tried
that
to
for
zip.
now.
He tried to zoomerang. Alright, but now we're going to be heading over to get the second of our Mad Batter upgrades. This time is going to be arrows. And what do we do after this? Color dungeon? It's,
Do they
it's
do color dungeon or D? I think it's color dungeon after this, and then D6 because they're in the area to give the ghost back. So yeah, I think it's color dungeon after this.
Castenatrix, the ghost is not exclusive to the DX version. It's in the original version as well. However, the photo that he gives is exclusive because the photos are added for just this game.
So in 100% for LA, you don't actually have to return the ghost, which means you don't ever have to get the ghost, which makes instrument cutscene a thing in 100% as well. Which, if we mention the term instrument cutscene in this game,
People start
it's
crying.
kind of a dirty phrase, really, isn't it?
Blood starts pouring out of people's eyes.
No one ever wants to hear the phrase. ICS is also an issue that is banned.
They start screaming, "Iya iya Cthulhu Patagon." It's all around a bad time. You don't want people to lose sanity.
So, the reason why ICS is so bad in LADX is that unlike LA, it's 50-50% consistent. As in, half the time, based on frame rule, it's consistent. The other time, it doesn't work. And if you get the D4 instrument, and it doesn't work, you have to get the ghost. So in any category that can use ICS, it's basically a 50-50 when you get to D4 on whether you can actually continue the run or you have to reset.
And that tends to demoralize people.
That is why no one runs that category at the moment.
Alright, so Saga's Spicefather picking up another piece of heart, and now he's going to be pushing these graves in a specific order. He might have a little bit of trouble with this, because these graves are finicky, and they are terrible. And then we go down here, we talk to these 2 skeletons, and we are allowed access into the Color Dungeon, the exclusive dungeon for Link's Awakening DX. You know, because it's on the Game Boy Color. Get it?
Fun fact, you can actually run this game on a non-Game Boy Color, like a normal Game Boy.
Yeah, but you can't access
because of that first puzzle, you can't actually go into here, because you need to know the colors to get it right.
Not even that, I think they just say, no, you can't see color or something, and they tell you to get out like a scrub.
So we see Spice getting rupees there.
No, we see him getting a bomb to the face.
Yeah. So he got rupees in that room for a reason. What's he doing?
He still needs 300 to get Frog Song Soul, which we'll be getting after this one, presumably.
Oh, does he do it this way round, this dungeon?
Yeah, this is
Okay, yeah.
does it this way. What do you mean? Does he do it this way around? Is there a different way to do this?
I don't know. Like I've seen some people go north straight away.
I have
rather than go
never
around to
seen
get the
it.
small key.
No, it's not a.
Anyway, so
No,
yeah,
you need an extra key. I question. Oh, Pika, what did you just do? And can we implement that? Because that's neat.
what did he do? Did he push the block?
No,
and,
he boomeranged the heart piece from around the block. I mean, he fell, but I'm pretty sure we could get that to be where we don't fall. Meaning that we don't have to go through the pushing the block thing. And we could just walk up to the stairs.
Could be, but Black also does something where he boomerangs through the block as it's moving. So I think Black's way might be quicker.
Alright. Look, Spear. I've been working a lot these past few days. So, cut me some slack on not seeing everything that was shown to us. Please.
Been pinged in any recent meetings, Matt?
No! You are the worst person for this, because you will ping me in the middle of meetings. Going, hey guys! You wanna do a rando race? I'm sitting here going, you sons of bitches.
But what about that one time where I did?
Me about this.
What about the one where I did at Matt? If you're reading this, you're not working. Get back to work.
That was the one where you pinged me in the meeting. That wasn't work. I wasn't even at my computer, and my phone started going off. I'm like, why?
So we're gonna see Pika hard reset after getting the key, and we also saw Spice do the same thing. And the reason for this is that rupee room is hard-coded into the RAM of the game, so that you have to basically reset your console. You can't just save and quit. You have to reset your console or exit the dungeon for it to work.
Oh yeah.
For it to respawn. And exiting the dungeon is just not viable because we had to
go back through
push the blocks again. Yeah.
So resetting saves a bunch of time. Meanwhile, Spice is over here going to go get. Honestly, this is my most hated song. I want to be level with you guys. It's not worst song because I know people have opinions, but this song is potentially seizure-inducing, and that's why I dislike it.
I mean, you're dissing it before we've even got to it.
I'm gonna do it because all we have to do to talk about Signpost Maze is talk to the signs in order. Don't
But
double
the
talk.
good thing is that Space is actually in the lead of this race at the moment. So
Spice.
So his audio can't be switched. It's impossible.
I don't know about you, but my commands are working.
So are mine. Just saying. You want to fight over this?
Let's not give headaches to the runners of this.
Let's level at this. We'll show it once.
No.
In full.
I mean,
on
we can
Spice.
listen to it. We have to watch it is the problem. For me.
Yeah, I guess we should give fair warning. Seizure-inducing moment coming up on Spice's screen soon.
The reason why is because this game runs at 60, isn't it?
Yeah, I think 60, yeah.
And it simulates a dimmed screen by interval frames of black and white. As you can see here. Did you just... Who did that?
No, that's Spice. That's actually Spice. He muted his audio. He did this before the other day. You know what
No,
this
I
means?
should've-
We're
I
going to
should've
have to switch the
remembered.
people when he gets this.
He did this in the run literally 2 hours ago.
He always does it.
Requalified!
I mean, if he PBs now, he's not got full audio, therefore he can't be verified. Just saying. How do we know he didn't splice?
I don't know. We need a confirmation from Spear. Is this run still?
Oh no, that was Spirasta as well.
Literally, is this run actually valid? Even though he did that?
Yes, it is valid within the tournament. That's...
No, but if he like submits,
I don't like how Spirasta and Spice are now doing.
Well, I mean, it serves the frog right. Is a terrible.
People need to start doing that on Mambo.
No, because Mambo's actually a decent song. Okay. So unfortunately, Spice has a literally invalid run, meaning he can't submit it to the leaderboards.
Yeah, this is a PB you can't submit to the leaderboards.
But it's fine. I hope he PBs and gets like a sub 120 now.
Xander, what happened is that Spice cheated.
No, because
it's okay. We can.
I don't know the technicalities of all of this, so I'm gonna leave it to the professionals. All I know is that I'm calling it out. Pikapals not making the dumb jump. Meanwhile, Spice is gonna be running over here with his blue. Oh my god! I didn't even notice that our people have opposing tunics.
Well, I guess that's one thing to redeem Spice, that he has the correct tunic.
Also, Pikapals is getting
wrecked by this jump. Okay, he finally gets it. He has to be careful. It's very easy to take damage in this maze.
No,
Actually, it's very easy to take damage in both these mazes.
Did Spice get go mode? Goat mode?
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
Not that was I, but Corin called it out. Anyways, that's the last seashell that we need.
Swag chest turn. It's a shame it lost him a frame.
I mean, he doesn't care. He has frames to spare. And now here we go fight Armos Knight. So this is the point in the game where you're supposed to naturally get the bow, but we have boots. So nuts to your bow.
Oh my god, they did switch the audio. It actually didn't switch audio to Pika.
What?
I tried to switch audio to Pika, it didn't work.
I was sitting there confused going, wait a minute, this isn't Pika's audio. Is this some black magic shenaniganery from Speed Gaming?
Well, we don't get any best song today. Fortunately. It's Space confirming he got.
Right there.
Oh, what?
Alright, let's go back to Spice.
Okay, I'll let you do that because
I
just won't work for me. That's...
if that was in fact you, handler of this stream, you're a hero. that was funny.
Yeah, if someone else planned that was like, because you couldn't have planned that better.
That was flawless.
Pika and half heart. He's going for the most obscure heart piece in the entire run. Right
also,
now.
he has half a heart. That's clenching right now. That's bad.
If he had blue tunic, he would have more than that.
Anyways. We don't even go on that room, Callus. So, we skip all of it. If there's plot in this game that we can skip, we don't need any of it. The only plot that we can't skip is the owl stuff.
Yeah, that cutscene is not important at all for speedruns, like, or completion of the game. That's just basically exposition for like casual players of the game.
Alright, so here's a question though. There's a chest in that room in Rando. Is that in... Where is that?
Which room?
The inscription room.
Yeah, there's a chest in there in Rando. That's just been added in.
Just for convenience?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like no one's complained about it being in, so it's still in.
No, I was just trying to figure out where it came from.
Yeah, it doesn't actually come in from anywhere.
Okay. The mural is pretty neat. It gives a lot of background information, but this is 100% speed run. Plot isn't required, which we might actually see later.
Okay, so for the viewers in chat, I could give a quick rundown on the lore of this game.
But we should really talk about how Spice just cleared that incredibly tight super jump that locked all us up last night.
Oh, did he actually soft lock on that last night?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
He got stuck and he had to save and quit out.
Because Sega's did that as well.
Oh, that's a killer for some of our best runners then. He doesn't have a hacked cart, so that's good to know. So these horse heads have 50-50% chance.
No bamboo cart.
Have 50-50% chance of landing heads up. You need both of them heads up in order to get out. Yeah, dreams don't have plot. Have you ever like followed the plot of one of your dreams? Doesn't work. It's all nonsensical. You can't even read a book.
The game's all a dream. That is exactly the plot. It actually is. That's fun.
Oh right, 20-year-old spoilers. On top of this.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert.
Bruce Willis is dead. Darth
wow,
Vader is
you
Luke's
can't
father.
just go saying. Okay, let's stop there.
Snape kills Dumbledore. What else do we need to get out?
Oh, Luke is yeah, Darth Vader's Luke's father.
I literally said that second.
Also, Facade has like a weird hitbox where he's there for the first 3 bombs.
So this game has a bad habit of having the boss's hitboxes appear before the boss actually shows up. We exploit this in the desert, where there was actually a land mola instead of a text box in the desert, and we just killed it immediately. Oh, Pika! Pika, no! Oh my god!
Oh, that is actually the worst place in the entire run to die. You have to do the entire Armorous Maze again.
That is atrocious.
See, when you have low hearts like that, it's actually just easier to go into the fairy fountain cave just north.
No,
like even if you don't talk to the fairy fountain.
on his face, man.
Yeah, that's lost him a good like 30 to 40 seconds.
Oh. I feel bad now.
I mean,
oh, and they're still sitting on top of him.
Pika is like... Pika's playing well, but he's just having the worst...
to the same
He's having the worst run that I've ever seen where the runner's actually playing well.
Oh!
It's like, just... Things just aren't going right for him.
He doesn't deserve it! Anyways, Spice gets the level 2 sword. As Crunchy likes to put it, it's made out of, lightning.
It's actually made out of seashells. Called the seashell sword.
Alright, we're not gonna fight over this.
The seashell is weaker than metal. So I don't know how it's a level 2 sword. It should be the level 0.5 sword.
Alright, then how about it's made out of obsidian?
How would it be made out of obsidian?
Do you not know about obsidian scalpels, man? Let's talk about Spice's stream. Thing.
Let's talk about Spice's stream for a bit, because he's about to do a thing. So, do you want to explain this trick?
Alright, so in this room, there's a key that drops. In the next room, we're supposed to have fought Master Stalfos 4 times, and instead of dropping a key in that room, it drops the hookshot because Master Stalfos stole the hookshot. So what we do is we pull the key from this room into the next room to simulate a key dropping, and because whenever something drops in the next room, it becomes the hookshot because that's what you're supposed to get in there. We have a weird convoluted system of how we determine where and when we can get items. Basically, we have to get items in the place where we're supposed to get them, and because of this, we're allowed to exploit this, where we're getting the hookshot in the room in the fashion that we were supposed to get it. We're just skipping the boss to do it.
Yeah, the rules, like, word by word state that it has to be from the original source.
And because you get the hookshot in this next room when Master Stalfos drops it, it's good. And then you can come back in here, get the key, and leave. This is like, what, his 4th try?
Spice getting like such bad odds. How is he still ahead in this race?
Earlier was skip.
He's actually not playing that well. Like, well, okay, no, this isn't his gameplay.
Don't throw shade like that. They're both doing outstanding, man.
I mean, okay, like this was what, 6th try. Okay, this was RNG that was kind of giving him issues, but I feel like Spice is just really not having a clean run.
Oh God, Spice is calling me out.
Yeah, you cursed him. You just cursed him again. You said his name.
For Spice in the future, no, I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. You did that all on your own. The game doesn't have to... The game did the job, not me. Alright, so there goes Master Stalfos. We won't be seeing him again because we don't need him. And now we're going to be heading over, getting the big key for this dungeon. And then we're going to go fight the worst boss in the game. Meanwhile, Pikapals cleaning up the sod nice and easy. Ooh. I love it when they jump on the pit and pull the ladder out underneath them.
So, we never actually mentioned about the differences between tunics. So, we're actually going to see one of the biggest differences between tunics and Spice's screen. So, in terms of, like, time, red tunic is supposed to be quicker because it offers double damage, offers quicker pickup speed as long as you don't have level 2 bracelet. It also gives knockback and invincibility frames to enemies that you hit. Now these invincibility frames make this next boss that Spice is going to fight really hard to 2-cycle with red tunic. However, with blue tunic it's much easier.
I will also say really quick, Neil Spiels, it takes 5 bombs. We got the first 3 bombs before Facade even appeared. This is Wall Snake, Slime Eel, what have you. Bane of the runner's existence. You have to pull him out of the wall using the hook shot and slash him 8 times, yeah?
Yep.
Don't screw up, because after a certain point he'll start sending out fakes that explode. But Spice don't care.
Spice getting the 2-cycle, making the most of that blue tunic. So with red tunic, you have invincibility frames you give the boss when you hit him, but you don't have the double damage, which makes this boss a lot harder to 2-cycle.
Oh no! Ooh.
Peak has missed a seashell somewhere.
Yeah.
There are backups.
He can go back and get the one at the back of D6, and that might be fastest. But I think...
I don't even
he's
know
just
which...
going. He'll get it later in post. That is unfortunate.
I don't know which one he missed either.
Did he get Ghost House?
Possibly not. If he knows Zoomerang...
I don't think he
There's
knows
a backup.
Boomerang.
Zoomerang would be a backup here.
And like I said, at that point, he may well just... he could have gone back into D6 because of where his save location was, but as Spear said,
the one in D7.
He could go get the ghost house if we don't get it in the new route.
He could get the one in D7, but the problem is that it will take a long time to sort of backtrack there.
Yeah.
So,
This is
going
a
for
tricky
early hook shot.
situation he's in.
Honestly, right now, like, the Zoomerang one will be the quickest one.
You know it.
If you know it.
But I
Which
mean,
I really
right now
hope he does,
he's in the
because that would be
vicinity
so
of-
awesome.
Right now he's in the vicinity of Ghost House, so he might as well get that one. Because there's no trick to getting it. It's just go across, hop up, and then go back up and get the sword, then Mambo out.
Yeah. I feel sorry for Pika. I mean, like, a few mistakes here and there. It probably all started from the missing the picture guy, and it's probably tilted him quite a bit to where he's forgotten stuff. And I feel bad because I feel like he would have been in the lead had it not been for some of these mistakes.
It would have been really close, to be honest.
It would have been
He's had a pretty decent run. It hasn't been the best, but it's been pretty sharp. Alright, down goes Master Outpost while we're opening up People's Tower.
We should mention that there's actually 26 seashells in the game. 2 of which become unobtainable after a certain point, and those are the seashell, the mansion seashells. But he got both of those, so he's got 7 seashells which he has to choose from.
We might also mention, now that we are in D7, bomb triggers are going to be coming back with fury. So for those of you who had trouble with this dungeon as a kid because of that specific steel ball, worry not, but we're going to show you the good way to do this dungeon. So basically just place 2 bombs on a transition, and hey look, demolitions! Better than any wrecking ball could ever hope to do.
As a kid, I actually once soft-locked my game in this dungeon because I got the ball stuck in a position which I couldn't get to.
Couldn't you just leave?
No, because the ball doesn't reset if you leave the dungeon.
Oh.
It only resets if you fall in a pit. If only I knew bomb triggers or hookshot jumping.
That's unfortunate.
Or even sideways block pushing.
So Pikapals coming in to fight his slime meal wall snake. Hi, Enox, bye. And now Spice is probably going to be going for a trick called Goomba Surf.
Goomba Surf is a bit of a nightmare because it requires quite a difficult super jump, which is called a naked super jump. But it also requires some enemy placement RNG, so he gets it first time with RNG. I don't know if... Oh, okay.
He was a
does
little
get out.
short, but he had to...
Yeah.
He could use the boots to get out. There's another strat in that area where you could just bonk up a P-hat after super jumping, and it allows you to get onto some switches. Yeah, I can agree. The intro for D7
Yeah,
is...
I do agree. I do agree with that.
Alright, there's the hit, and because of the way the game works, because we've save and quit once, we can screen wrap the hookshot down and kill the bird off screen. Because the bird
That's
is
how games work.
directly below us at some point in time. Magic. And
magic.
like you do...
So it'll be interesting to see where Pika goes here. I feel like he's probably going to be going for the ghost house.
He's going Ghost House.
Yeah, looks like it.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Unfortunate thing is he's not going to be able to save and quit back to D5. He's going to have to go back there manually.
Yeah, but what can you do sometimes?
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, Spice is on his way to go over to D8.
Are we going to see a Zoomerang from Spice?
Oh, absolutely.
I
hope he
so.
does the right
I hope so. The Marin escape Zoomerang. We're gonna see. I know he will do it.
He's gonna do one in
He
D8.
said he's going to
Alright,
do it.
So, for context, yesterday afternoon, we discovered, rather, did we discover it, or did we find the application for it?
We discovered it.
Alright, so we discovered this
he
pretty
didn't
much
do it.
yesterday. No, he'll do it in D8, don't worry. Where something weird happens when you use Boots, Boomerang, and Feather, and it allows you to literally just zip across the screen. We call it Zoomerang. I must confess, I don't know how it works.
Me
And
neither.
Crunchy knew more about it than I did, but I was at work when they discovered it, so I didn't really get the chance to figure out what explicitly causes it to happen. But it's real neat when you get it.
So, yeah, for me, so basically the day before yesterday, I found early seashell, which I'm calling early seashell. It's a type of seashell duping
It's
using
seashell
the boomerang. I come back to look at routing strats and, like, no joke, 1,500 messages. I'm like, what the hell? This can't all be about seashell duping. And then I find, oh, it's about this new trick that Flex found called Zoomerang.
So you were blown out of the water by the man, the myth, the legend, Black.
Yeah, I was like, I just got out-competed there. And then I'm like, well, I don't even understand why this works.
Well,
No.
Here's the thing, though. Seashell duping is not allowed in this category because of the rule where you need... Oh, Spice had it, but he left the screen. I think. I may
think
have
he
missed
had it, yeah.
But, we have to get items... Oh, no!
Oh no! It actually spawned. Okay, fun fact, it
Jesus.
has 1 HP.
He just beheaded him! Like the head came clean off and went across!
Spice has now made the blooper reel on every one of his races.
Whoa! There it is. That's a
Okay,
Zoomerang.
we see the Zoomerang. Good job.
I'm gonna be honest, I've only fought that boss once.
So,
And that
When
was
you-
because I gave up on a run.
when you bomb trigger that boss, when you bomb trigger that boss, he spawns with 1 HP. You hit him once, he dies.
And he doesn't have a hitbox, which normally we would use to just go right through his head into the door to D8, but Spice did not,
So, Pikapals getting Rooster Skip first try.
Alright,
Oh, my-
Xander, Zoomerang is cool no matter where you do it.
Zoomerang is
There
always
doesn't
cool.
have to be a position or anything.
You can do your Zoomerang in the boss room.
Cooler, but it looks cool, period.
Do Zoomerang. Actually, no, seriously, do Zoomerang in the egg.
Well, no, normally we don't even... Oh, yeah, well, we do kill it immediately in regular play. Well, it's in the way. It's an agent of the nightmares. It has to be taken care of. As was mentioned earlier by the King Moblin, we're assassins sent by Madame Meow Meow to take out every monster on this island.
Yes, because that's the plot of the game.
Oh, absolutely, it's the
Well,
plot.
I mean, the
it's
thing
the
is,
best
we
way to explain it.
We skipped the mural on the wall in the Sergeant Shrine, but so we don't know.
So we're just assassins.
Oh,
This is
so we
Assassin's
can't
Creed
read
Zero.
Japanese, so we can't really understand.
Assassin's Creed 0, call it.
So it should actually, Okay, I think we should explain why they're running on Japanese, actually, now I've drawn attention to it.
Text is
So,
fast.
text is fast, and you can actually skip certain bits of text in Japanese.
Neat little hop to get
Spice
the...
doing that, black strat.
We may also want to mention, not only is text faster, there are certain tricks that we can only do on this version of the game, which is Japanese 1.0. Such as super jumping, and I think bomb triggers?
Well, these can be done on English.
Well, yeah, I mean, but...
Those are 1.0 exclusive, but they're not Japanese exclusive.
Hothead just taking all the hits. That Hothead, very nice. And now with that, Spice is going to hopefully hop on top of this Thunder Drum. Gets a Wang, boys, and he's going to be off to the egg.
Best trick in the road.
Alright, so will Pika be going for the safe route? Nope, he's gonna go for the... He's gonna go for Goomba Surf. Here's hoping he gets it.
Yeah, getting the setup for Goomba Surf is quite a pain, especially when Goomba Surf is actually RNG as well.
Yeah. Spice, however, is not gonna PB this race, but he's still gonna be nice and sharp.
Yeah.
I hope he zoomerangs across the egg.
Oh my god, Pickett just getting really bad. He had good RNG there, but he didn't do it.
I did not see the...
He had one where he had perfect RNG, but he reset the room.
Abbott. There it is. That Goomba doesn't look like it's as high as it should be. Anyways,
that was a long time that he was doing that for. So Pika was doing Goomba Surf, and you can see the effects of that. So basically, he does a sort of super jump, and the super jump allows him to like jump off the Goomba, like hop on the Goomba, and allows him to clip into the wall, which he can then boots out of.
Hey, Cravone.
I wasn't quiet for the entire anthem, was I?
No, you talked through the majority of it.
Dude, we didn't hear Frog Song, don't care about the anthem. Frog Song is my anthem.
Well, I mean, I shut up for your Frog Song. But the audio didn't care. So the special thing about this egg is the inside is a maze. You have to get the magnifying glass, read the book in the library that tells you the order of this maze. But there's a default if we never read the book, which is left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. Spice getting a bomb trigger, a very tight one, I feel, to skip the intro text, but unfortunately this also takes away the music for the boss fights, which is sad.
I'd like to remind chat we're going to hear the anthem again on Baker's side anyway.
Yeah, and you're probably going to talk through that one too.
No, Spice is going to be talking about that when he's in for an interview.
Alright, so now we're on Aghanim. Spice gets his first 2 blue balls, are guaranteed. Now, every blue ball... Oh! Pikapals getting the Zoomerang away from Marin.
The swag Zoomerang. He does know
the hero we deserve. So, back to Spice. Blue balls are 50-50. He gets pretty decent, I feel. I don't think he got any blue balls, actually. But now for a quick kill. Oh, he missed the quick kill on Moldorm.
Okay. I'd like to declare Pikapals the winner of the LADX tournament.
No, he's the winner in our hearts. Also, you can't keep on giving out the victory to everyone. This is still Swiss.
But don't worry, I'll be giving out the victory to Xander if he does it tonight.
You gotta stop, man. This is beyond your ken.
And I've already said that in the Discord that I'm gonna.
You've said it too much. We're removing you from the judging panel.
Imagine.
I don't have to imagine because you're doing all the terrible things.
So the best thing is later on tonight we have a race between Xander and Bamboo, which myself and Matt will both be commentating again.
Yeah, you've got me for 3 in a row.
He's gonna try and
unfortunately.
stop me from doing that.
Doing what?
You're gonna stop me from declaring victory on Xander.
I'll just mute you if I have to. Oh, Pika's
So-
not clipped in for flame skip, but Spice finishes with a 124.59 on screen. However, I don't have SRL open, so I can't tell you what his time is there. Whew. Let's reset, see if we got everything clean. There's his clear, he's done.
Yep.
Good job, Spice. Meanwhile, Pika's heading into Turtle Rock. Will he have to fight the turtle's head himself? Or will he just dash through?
I think
Better
it'll just
than
dash
Spice.
through. Yeah, Spice did some very meme-worthy things. I wonder if we're gonna see Spice for an interview.
We should probably poke him about that. So we didn't quite get to explain it later. Earlier? Words. But there is a specific trick here that I like to call bookshot. I don't know about everyone else. So pretty much what you do is you put your hookshot on B, feather on A, and because of item priority, it allows you to just clip past this key block, and it helps reroute a lot of D8. Anyways, hello, Spice.
We've got Spice in.
He's muted, but hello, Spice.
Hi.
How was that? How did you do?
Well, I won, I guess. But it
I
feels
neglected
good.
to get you neglected to get Marin skip, so
Yeah.
the Marin Zoomerang skip. My bad.
I have to be the bearer of bad news, Spice. Your run is not submittable on SLC because you muted your audio during a particular part of the run.
Frankly, I don't know if Spice cares. Do you care, Spice?
Yeah, this is about 2.5 minutes slower than my PB, so I don't need to submit this.
I kind of felt that was the case.
Also, Pikapals outdid you, Spice.
Oh goodness.
He did do the Marin Zoomerang.
Oh,
He
nice.
also got through the turtle without having to kill it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. That's a really tough thing to do. If
You push up against the turtle's face!
How is it
And
tough?
you walk
No.
through it! How
Okay,
is
so-
it hard?
In my defense, so the way I do it is you just start holding boots when it opens its eyes the second time. But I looked away for a moment to look at chat, and I saw the eyes open. I'm like, okay, that's one. I look at chat again for just a moment, and then the head starts coming out, and I'm like, what's going on? So that's
Spice,
yeah.
just push against
Oh my
the
god.
face.
Boots
There's
are
no
faster.
reason to
I
time
feel like you're
anything.
trying to
Boots
make
are faster. Save the frames.
I do like that you had two Zoomerangs, so Zoomerang anywhere is swag.
Yeah, like the one spot that I'd mentioned in my warm-up earlier too, that I really wish we could do it is when you're coming back from Boomerang, and you actually do switch from boots to, at least the way I equip is Feather and Boomerang. So it's like the perfect setup there, but because of the way it does it, you get sort of like a diagonal, you just hit the trees.
Also, I will take this time to point out some key phrases in the chat. Wind bombs, so many excuses. And Iskiron, blaming chat!
Okay, well,
Yeah, you're
I can't
blaming
say anything to
chat.
Iskiron, but Wind Bombs, like, you're better than this.
No, you were better than this, Spice. You had to fight a mini-boss.
It's not even a mini-boss, it's a head, it doesn't have health.
Well, it doesn't have health because we don't fight it properly.
Well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't have health, you still take damage to it.
That is true.
Even with blue tuning.
You took a hit.
That's okay. I did zooms. And
So-
I did early rooster skip, so there's that.
There was that. But you sort of threw that early route skip away by that pattern moving before.
So, do you want to know what happened to Pikapals? Or do you already know?
Oh, I saw he's forfeited just now. Oh god, what happened? Because I know he missed the. He went to Moblin Cave before getting the photographer thing.
What else? He had a really bad early hook shot.
Yeah, Pika has had just like really rough luck, but yeah, it was. I sort of feel he tilted from the picture guy, and that kind of caused issues. He also was missing a seashell for level 2 sword, and he only realized once he had actually gone to the seashell mansion.
Well,
it's a real
good news
shame.
anyway.
We'll see if he wants to come in for an interview.
I poked him.
Yeah,
So-
like missing the photo guy is
It's
such a terrible thing to miss because like there's some things
It
you can
loses
miss.
you
And it's like
so much time.
yeah, like some things you miss and it's like okay, I'll just like recover it here. But that's something that you miss it and you have to go all the way back to town, all the way back to the photo guy, and then continue your run.
I'll say this though, he did some pretty solid on the fly routing for both of the spots where he had to.
Yeah, here's the other thing with missing picture guy then is that if you don't realize soon enough, you'll actually softlock yourself out of 100%. Because if you get the dungeon 3 key before you actually talk to the picture guy, that locks you out of a picture that you can never get back again.
Uh-oh, they didn't give us a thing. Give me a second.
Pika forfeited, yes. You can just link the Discord in our commentary.
I just did. So, yeah, it was a good race overall. It's a darn shame about Pika's luck, though.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like that wasn't really. I feel like that wasn't really a smooth run from you, Space either.
Yeah, there are a few spots that I know I messed up. Like actually, yo Pika.
Hey, Pika.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey,
You sound worn, my friend.
that was
Rough,
weary
to
run.
say the least. I'll say this, man. You did some really good on the fly routing.
Yeah, like when I saw my Enter D2 split, I was like, okay, I did not play that well enough to gold that split. What is going wrong? What did I miss? And then like halfway through the dungeon, I realized, oh god, I didn't get my photo taken.
I could tell when you figured it out because you slipped up a lot on the boss. So I was like, no, he knows now.
Yeah, I spent like half the dungeon trying to figure out how I was going to reroute that.
I mean, you did pretty well. You were not that far behind Spice up until he did early rooster skip, in which he started pulling away.
Yeah, I got the sense that you were kind of tilted after that, and although you were playing well, kind of forgetting quite a lot of things, like that seashell as well for level 2 sword.
I can't even say which one you missed.
I don't know which one it was either. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was a D1 one, was it? The one in the tree.
Yeah, I remember getting that one.
Oh, was it the one off the ghost?
It could have been, actually. No, because then he wouldn't have been able to get the whatchamacallit. Because they get that earlier in this route. Yeah. Also, Spice, congratulations on muting the frog song. And then as Cravone tried to switch it over, it got delayed until Pika's was done.
Nice.
Yeah, we had
conspiring against Frog Song.
We had a few technical difficulties in commentary.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mine ran fine.
I had no RTMP for about 10 minutes in the middle of the run.
Dang.
And
It's
yeah,
okay. My middle of the run was bad, so
Nah, you were all right, man. It was not bad. You still beat me.
the thing is that the commentary controls also went down, which like they came back, and then it's like, then I tried to switch for Pika's Frog Song because for some reason Space decided to
Muted
mute
his because he does that.
For some reason, it's almost as if it's an awful song.
And
That's
like I
okay.
said, personal opinion here, it is an awful song. And you
I
can't
got up
argue
and walked
that.
away after that during that song. So I'm happy. Granted, that was because I had to do Sign Paris Maze twice, but you know.
Cravone, it looks like you're a bit outnumbered here.
won't be outnumbered later. I think
that's what you think.
I think Xander likes Frog Song.
Yeah, but Xander's opinions don't count.
Wow.
No, Xander doesn't
Wow.
think that the D8 Zoomerangs are cool.
Yeah, I saw
Okay,
that.
yeah,
What,
his
what was he
opinion.
talking about?
All
the Zoomerangs are cool.
Every
have to say-
Zoomerang is fantastic, but the
I have
best
to say
Zoomerang
that
is Marin Zoomerang.
The Zoomerang that Pika did was better than the 2 Zoomerangs that Space did.
Aaron Zoomerang is pretty good.
Oh, don't forget, Xander, and to everyone else watching out there, there's another race coming up later in like 3 hours, 20 minutes.
Yep,
who's that
and
gonna
there's
be
one where
against? Who's
Xander
that?
is actually racing.
It's going to be Xander Tees versus Black SR? Is that? No, that's not this
No,
one.
it's Xander against Bamboo.
Xander versus Bamboo Shadow. My bad.
That
The
would
thing was
be
scrolled
an
up.
incredibly close race.
And we're going to be commentating that one too, both me and Cravone.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys will be able
That
to
should be
show
quite
up
hard.
and enjoy the runs.
I think we're all going to enjoy a nice glass of Dutch punch after that race.
So yeah, anything you guys got?
Goat mode.
Yeah, you did get goat mode.
Oh yeah,
So
I
your
missed
run
that.
is you made up for the one missed obstacle skip.
Dang, I should have gone for goat mode. You're right.
I was just lucky it was randomized to the same place.
So, looking at the schedule now, so there's nothing on this channel after this, but I would like to give a shout out to the Oracle Seasons community because they've got a race in 1 hour 20 minutes.
What channel is
which-
that on, by the way?
That's on Speed Gaming 2.
Let's
So,
open
you
up
should
the
totally
full
check that
schedule and
out.
see what's what.
Yeah.
On top of that, we've also got some Celeste. No, not Celeste. Celeste is somewhere. We got Chrono Trigger on Speed Gaming 4 right now. We got Super Mario Bros. 3 on Speed Gaming 5. Then later on, we also have Nier Automata on Speed Gaming 3. Super Mario Bros. Speed Gaming 1. And currently going on is the Ultimate? How do you pronounce this? Ultimate Decathlon going on in Speed Gaming 1. That'll probably be a good one to watch. And then we have a slew of Mega Man X, Super Mario Bros. 3, Bit Races, Super Metroid, all good stuff coming up later on today.
But again, if you're looking for specifically LADX, Speed Gaming 5 will be when the next race is on, which will be in 3 hours 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That'll be definitely a race to not miss.
Oh, yeah.
So, if no one else has anything else to say, I think that's it from us.
yeah, anything from the runners? You guys did great. You put on a good show.
I guess at this point now I'm just scared for what's going to happen next week in the knockout.
Oh boy.
That's
We
gonna
can
be
have fun
We
with
should
amazing.
that.
also mention something about that.
Yeah,
so
there's-
Uh-oh.
the way our tournament is set up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people who are now 2-2, which means that they all have to go into a free-for-all to try to get to the end. And I think the top 3 are the ones who are getting in.
Yeah, that sounds
so.
correct.
At some point next
that's gonna
week,
be
we
one
will
heck
have
of a race.
the mother of all races. 8 people will be in this free-for-all, vying for 3 spots.
Now that's gonna be extremely difficult to commentate because not only are we gonna have to keep track of the ones on screen, but we're also gonna have to keep track of other people in the race.
All right, so here's what I want to happen. I want Spice, Spirister, and one more person to make it in, and then I want a rematch of Spice versus Spear.
I don't want to make it in.
So
You're gonna make
I'm afraid
it.
of
basically
the guys that are in.
No, it's too late. You have to make it in now.
You
Oh.
get your peach in
Just-
the race.
have a 4-way Canada match. Sprasta, Space, GT, and Matt.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
there you
Kravon.
go.
I'm not Canadian though. Why do you people keep on saying I'm Canadian?
Kravon's trying to make a meme and it's not working.
Didn't you go to Quebec once?
Just
Oh my
because you
God.
go somewhere doesn't mean that you're a member of that country.
I'm American now. Shit.
Dang.
Anyway, I guess we should sign off.
All right, before we get any more off the rails, I have been Phantom Matt. Our runners have been Pikapals and Spice Otter Space Father. We've also had Kravon on commentary with me.
Yep.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.